Well, if you're waiting around until you have lots and lots of high-profile gigs to start marketing yourself, you're never going to get there. Real pros don't wait around for credibility. They start building it piece by piece from day one. If you're new and you're hungry and you're worried that you don't have enough social proof, I can tell you, even small wins, tiny gigs, maybe even an unpaid gig, can become a growth multiplier for your voiceover business. You don't have to have a ton of experience to start winning clients. This video today is your roadmap to start making compelling case studies out of whatever you've got and start using those to land paid voiceover gigs. Hey, before we get rolling, we've got a brand new free resource for you for social proof. If you're new to voiceover, maybe even if you've been in the game for a while and you're stuck on social proof, it's called our Proof Booster Prompt Pack. Say that 3 times fast. It's free. We'll put it in the free sources section of vopro.pro, and we'll put the link in the description below. Get your social proof from wherever you can. This free resource will help you do it. You can download it now. Case studies, especially when you're starting out, mean way more than a resume. So imagine a client is scrolling through your website, right? And your credits are few, if any. Meanwhile, you've got a friend or a colleague who's, posted strings of national commercials and 35 audiobooks and all these great credits. Who wins the gig? Well, here's the thing. It's not always them. In this, what I'll call the golden era of creative entrepreneurship, clients trust stories and results way more than they do resumes. And case studies, which is just a form of social proof, let you showcase how you solve real problems for real people, no matter what the project size. You don't always need a killer client list, guys. You need proof that you can deliver the goods, period. And case studies are just social proof in story form. And with AI and our current, somebody put it this way the other day, an authenticity recession, case studies are more persuasive than some sort of BS certification or clients that you don't even have yet. So what counts as a case study when you're brand new? First, let's be clear. This doesn't have to be a Christopher Nolan $10 million production. Did you voice a podcast for a friend? Did you voice a local radio spot for a charity? Did you help out a small business by voicing their About Us video? Congratulations, you got all the raw material you're going to need. Let's break it down into its parts. Here's your beginner's case study toolkit. First, a project overview. What was the gig? Who was it for? The problem. Why did they need you? And even the tiniest of gigs have a why. Next, your solution. How did you approach the gig? Did you bring clarity to the script? Did you speed up the workflow? Were you easy to work with? Did you just bring a good, positive, collaborative energy? The result. Did the client get better engagement, more confidence, enjoy working with you? And finally, a positive quote, even just one line of positive feedback. Even a screenshot of a thank you can anchor an entire story. This will be a little bit meta, but I'm going to give you a case study. Real voice actor, fake name. We'll call her Lisa, and she was overwhelmed as a new voice actor by the lack of social proof that she perceived she had. Instead of waiting around, she offered to do a 60-second explainer for a local business. But she didn't stop there. She asked the client for feedback, she tracked the engagement that video got, and she packaged up their glowing email as a quote. Took her less than half an hour, and by writing up this little mini journey and sharing it with potential clients, she immediately stood out. And wouldn't you know it, off of that case study, she booked her next 2 explainer videos with no high-profile clients needed. Success stories, guys, are not just for elite talent. They're for anybody smart enough to tell the story. So here's how you start building a little case study library, even without a ton of experience. Here's a little fill-in-the-blanks template you can use today. Client name needed blank, and the blank is what they wanted. Let's say it's a warm, authentic narration for a brand video. As a new voiceover artist, I focused on blank. Maybe that's clear communication, maybe that's fast turnaround, maybe you helped out with the script, and then the result. the client's reaction, the number of views, or even the fact that they were super grateful that you turned it around fast. Now, here's the system. Repeat this template for every single project, no matter how small. Every tiny little case study piles up and compounds proof that you're not just a beginner, you're a professional in action. And these don't have to be a long-winded James Joyce novel, for God's sakes. Even a one-paragraph case study can be gold. Here's an example. When a local theater group needed a last-minute narrator, I stepped in. Their Facebook event saw record engagement, and their director said the narration brought the show to life. That's it. That's social proof. Done. Now, how do you get clients with these brand new shiny case studies? First of all, stop overthinking everything. Stop endlessly tweaking your demo and get your case studies out in front of the people that can hire you. Use them on your website. Put them on your demo landing pages so they have better context. People typically aren't going to go to a testimonials page, for example. Use them, yeah, even if you have only 2 or 3 case studies. You can use them in social media. Your mini case studies can be posts. You can make them into reels. Use them for Instagram stories. They celebrate your work and your clients. Next, I bet you never thought of this. Use them in your cold outreach and your proposals. Instead of coming out of the box with, "Oh, I'm new to the industry," lead with exactly how you solved a real problem for a real person, even if it was a friend. And finally, ixnay on the aspiring gay. Sweet baby Jesus, I'm begging you, never use the word aspiring to describe yourself. Nobody but nobody wants to work with a hoper. Package those case studies up with a call to action. Here's how I helped client X. I'd love to do the same for you. Use them to bolster your rates. My clients X saw results Y and Z. Let's get you there too. Clients aren't always looking for the voice actor with the longest resume, guys. Hell, clients never even ask for a resume. They want somebody who understands their project, somebody who cares about the project, and somebody who can get results. Even if your experience is on the thin side, your social proof can move the needle. When you're new, you actually have 3 real solid advantages. First, hustle. You're hungry, you're new, you're willing to go the extra mile, you're willing to outwork other people, and be responsive. Second, personal touch. Because you're not booked to the rafters, you have more time to offer that personal touch, that one-on-one attention. And third, a fresh perspective. Because you're new, you don't have any biases, and clients often like that unfiltered, unvarnished view. And case studies let you showcase all 3 of those advantages. So some quick do's and don'ts. What works and what doesn't? The do's. Focus on the client's transformation, not just your process. Use real numbers whenever available. Real reactions, real quotes, even if they're stupid simple. And when you share online, if you can and you have the client's permission, share the audio snippets. The don'ts. Never fabricate or exaggerate. Period. Small but true beats big but false every single time. Never sacrifice your integrity. And don't ever apologize for being new. Position yourself as a problem-solving asset on your client's creative team. I'll even give you a couple of sample case studies. Here we go. Project: narration for a local bakery's radio ad. Problem: needed a friendly, trustworthy voice for their first ever ad. Solution: delivered clean, clear audio, tweaking the script for pacing. Result: bakery reported a jump in calls the week the ad aired. The owner said, quote, "Our phone never rang so much," unquote. Feedback: your voice made us sound like a national brand. We can't thank you enough. Case study number 2, free podcast intro for a friend. Problem: needed professional polish and pacing to attract listeners. Solution: added variations and coached for script flow. Result: gained 200 new subscribers in 2 weeks. Feedback: listeners keep complimenting how professional it sounds now. Guys, when you're new, it's all about owning your journey, not shrinking away from it. Share your learning process. Clients respect vulnerability and authenticity, and they like working with somebody who's got not just the skills, but the self-awareness to do that. When you present and position every client project as a partnership, as a collaboration, people only see your passion and your skills and not your perceived lack of experience. And one note here, never publish social proof of any kind without your client's permission. I learned this one the hard way, trust me. Not everybody's ready to go public with a testimonial. Okay, not a problem. A simple thank you or an email message can be paraphrased, even anonymized if you need to. Hey, the client expressed confidence in my results and appreciated how quickly I turned things around. Stack up these little tiny bites and bits of proof, put them on your website, put them on your LinkedIn profile, put them in your cold outreach, sprinkle a little bit of them in everything you do. You know, I love talking about Big momentum. Here's how you keep that going in regards to your case studies. After every single project, put together just a 2 to 3 sentence case study on that project. Ask every single client after the project's done, hey, what was good for you about this project? What did you enjoy? What results did you get? What did you like most about working together? Even one line can be gold. And finally, put them into action. Update your website, update your LinkedIn profile, update your cold outreach when you get these new case studies in. Don't let them sit on the shelf. Let that social proof grow with you. You don't need dozens and dozens of high-profile paying gigs to get a spot in the voiceover business. You need a story, you need a result, and you need to be willing to share that shit. Every tiny little win can be the seed for a massive win down the road if you plant that seed the right way. Clients are looking for social proof, guys. The fact that other people who worked with you had a positive experience. They're not looking for you to be perfect. Use your early gigs as case studies. Use them to build your own credibility. And watch those tiny part-time wins snowball, maybe eventually into a future full-time voiceover career. Now, if this video helped you, if you think it'll help another voice actor, please share it with them. Like, subscribe on the YouTube channel. If you're listening to us on the audio podcast, give us a follow, and if you're so moved, write us a review. That would be super helpful and kind of you. Thank you. The more we share tips, information, strategies, even opinions on this channel and on others, the better, stronger industry we will have for all of us. Thanks so much for your support, and we'll see you back here again real soon.